contract review and so on.
Thank you. Thank you for that. And thank you once again for your service. It was impressive what you did. Share with us education background. And what makes you really qualified for that?
I have a Bachelor of Science in Engineering Management with an emphasis in electrical engineering and a minor in communications. I graduated in '91 from the University of Missouri of Science and Technology. In 2010, I went to TJC and got a paralegal degree. Right now, we as Democrats have an opportunity to truly distinguish ourselves from opposing parties. The degradation of truth is one of the biggest threats to our country. And, I don't know if you noticed when I asked folks to raise our hand, most of the candidates up here raised their hand. I'm not sure if my opponent did. Did you? Okay. Well, I can tell you that based on public records, he didn't vote in 2018 in the most consequential election in recent history. So, for what that's worth. Texas was Democratic not too long ago. And it's because of, people like you who stuck with it, who stuck to their principles, that we have an opportunity to keep a government that represents people, that puts people first. So that's what I want to do.
Just before we just yet. Another question. I'm a member of the Democratic Party, I always have been, and so in Smith County, I see, this is a question for me, I see a little bit of a disconnect. So what is it that you feel that you can and will do to bring this party back together? Because the Democratic Party and the Democratic Club should work closer together, and I don't see that it does and has been for a while. So what is it that you're going to do to make sure that we come back together as one?
Thank you for that question. That's important. When I got involved with the party, there was no question about whether the party worked with the club or the club worked with the party. There was just an understanding. There were people that stuck with the party when there were only a few people attending. When their candidate lost, they didn't go sulk and get mad. They stayed with it because they believed in the principles that the Democratic Party stands for. Here's the thing, there are people all over this county that the Democratic Party is fighting for. Whether you vote for us or not, we are still fighting for you. That is our challenge, to get that message out one-on-one, to talk to people, to connect with them and get them to understand, to vote in their own best interest. And that's what I intend to do.
Thank you very much for that. You want to, okay, we'll give you a rebuttal.
Yes, I'd like to respond. Guys, I have been a Democrat all my life, and I vote, and I've always voted, and I'm going to continue to vote, and I'm going to continue to encourage the community to vote. One thing I believe in is transparency, inclusiveness, and solidarity. How can our party get the things done that needs to be done if we're trying to divide ourselves? How can we pull people in if they're afraid to come into the environment that we create due to hostility? We create a hostile environment, and then we want people to come in and be a part of our club and a part of what we're doing, a part of our party. That has to change. And that has to change now. Transparency. We need to be transparent where everybody knows what's going on in this community. Everybody knows what's going on within our party. Everybody is informed and everybody is educated. I'm not just going to pop up for cameras. I'm not going to just pop up for events. I'm always in this community, and I'm going to stay in this community, and I'm going to continually serve the people. And I ask the same thing of you. I'm asking you to be a difference. In order to make a difference, you must be the difference, which means you must be educated about the everything that's going on. So he wants to say, I didn't vote. I'm going to let you know I vote. And I always have voted. And I will continue to vote, and I will encourage you to vote also.